Sometimes I wonder how we can claim to be a society that's transcending by being and living more mindfully, while we say that we want to focus on mental health and have people speak honestly, yet you want to deny humility, which is actually a humbling characteristic to carry. Healing with humility, to me, can signify that you achieved the healing feeling of being humbling, because you have humility for what you've chosen and you've been through and what you've seen. I feel like people are resonating on the definition from our childhood times where someone might have humiliated themselves in the classroom. But this humility is having a different kind. It's an awareness to say what's going on in your present life. And yeah, maybe having a laugh at some of the uncontrolled comments that people make, things that they do and say. Humility is able to be honest with yourself of where you need improvements, whether it's professional or personally, and where you focus your energy to achieve those character traits and claim them inside. Humility is being able to stand up for yourself in your life. So if anyone comes around and they do criticize, that you can look them in the eyes with the best of intent to honor your integrity. Yeah, so fucking what? I'm a human being. So I'll make mistakes and I'll have slip-ups and be imperfect from time to time. Anyone can pretend that they are perfect when perfection is not anything that has ever existed in this life. So it's coming to terms internally with humility, to accept your characteristics and your personality, your who you want to be, and be honestly with authenticity in your life. And doing so with the best of intention. There's such a fine line between confidence and cocky. So do because you want to, not to be showy. Don't be loud because you want more eyes to see. Do with authenticity. You can't simply focus on mental health without including the concept of humility. Remember, we aren't alone in our mistakes. Whether other people understand or other people have made the same exact mistakes during their time. But humility is not beating yourself up for when you got low in your life. Yeah, maybe you had a rough week or two. Maybe a rough year or a few. But if you look in a forward direction instead, you will realize you're going to live to be older and surpass more than the few years for where you fell off your path of achievement in life. So yeah, sometimes I'll think about how I fucked up the last 12 years of my life, but then I realize, hey, I'm going to live far beyond another 12 years, ideally. And if not, at least I started today with living my best life with humility. So whatever meaning to the word you say in your mind, I want you to remember that humility means to feel humble on the inside. And humble means acceptance of where you're doing good and bad and showing yourself empathy and grace. Because humility is respect and self-awareness. It's the person that is open to be learning themselves constantly, whether they listen to other people's opinions about their perspectives in life, focusing on others and being mindful, yet sitting silently in their decision and conceptualizing conversations with other people, while themselves internally takes time, because that is the definition of true humility. So we can't simply be a society who focuses on mental health without including this concept if we want true healing inside. We need to be comfortable in the discomfort in order to truly move on and move forward in the forward direction in life. And sure, you're going to move forward in time, but adding humility to your life adds a different kind. It's this feeling when you go about your day-to-day activities that humility builds confidence and vulnerability, which builds connection in life. And it puts you in a higher state of alignment because you are able to look at your past and your present with acceptance that there are moments that may be not your best, and you did what you had to do to make it through. And if there are moments you aren't proud of, well, you could accept that was a different version and not who you are presently. It's knowing your who, what, where, when, why, when having humility and acceptance in your life of those moments in time that need grace and forgiveness. And knowing you are a better version, living mindfully with humility. Because humility is making amends of those past mistakes in life. Humility is honesty, which only you know if you're being honest inside. It's no need to half-ass a job like humility, because it won't lead to any path of healing. When moments come up in your reality or in your mind that trigger healing and feelings from anxiety, like me, 12 for a while was my reason that gave me anxiety. And I would just say internally, I'm sorry, me. And eventually I would breathe through every 12 that popped up in my life, knowing that this was my sense of societal therapy for me to claim my story and move on to forgive myself truly inside. And I began to feel internally that that breath went from shallow to deep. And I mean, it felt like a damn near panic attack inside. My face would turn red and I'd feel hot and my foot would tap. All of this went on and I would feel mindful to breathe. So first I'd stop my foot because I could see it. Knowing I was turning red, all I could do was relax and breathe to calm the nerves inside. And I'd look around the room and point out objects in my mind. Try to hone in on what I was doing presently, because it was usually when I was working. Now when I see 12, I can smile and feel humble with humility. Sorry, me. Instead of smile as an acceptance in life, because I'm proud of the hard work that I've done to reach this point in my mind, where I no longer feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack inside. Because yes, self, I'm fucking sorry for any hurt or pain that I've ever caused myself. And that also includes talking negatively. So humility is a sorry to me. It's a I know better because I have learned. And when you know better, you do better ideally. And it's a try. So try to include the concept of humility where you see fit in your life. I love you. Thank you for listening.